As the human inhabitants of Earth, it is easy to take life for granted. In fact, we're spoiled by its abundance. Our climate and geography support a biosphere that may be unique in the universe. And there's almost no location that's too hot, too cold, or too isolated for living organisms to flourish. Amid this spectacular diversity, perhaps the greatest challenge ever faced by science echoes from every insect, redwood, and whale. How did the first life arise at a moment in time when there was no life of any kind? How did life on Earth begin?
Where do we start? I mean, there are dozens of theories. And you find you've got this wild diversity of viewpoints, many of which are mutually contradictory. To even begin to try to crack the mystery, you have to supply assumptions about what must have happened in the distant past. There's no direct evidence because no one was there to witness the event, and there's virtually no fossil record. What we never observe, ever, is non-living chemicals forming a cell. So in a sense, we have a field of research where the important action has already happened.
The primordial history of Earth is indeed an incomplete narrative. Yet despite an absence of physical evidence, most scientists believe that life started when energy sparked non-living matter in the planet's oceans, crust, and atmosphere to create building blocks for the first self-replicating cell.
When you come to the origin of life, the rules, and this isn't the science itself, this is the underlying philosophy, the rules say to solve the problem, you can use matter and energy and natural law, natural regularities, and chance processes, but that exhausts your toolkit. What you're not allowed to use, fundamentally by the rules, so-called rules of science, is mind or intelligence. If you had to attach a name to this position, you can't do better than scientific materialism, a philosophy that tells you the only acceptable explanation has to be rendered in terms of matter and energy. And if you can't solve the problem using those tools, you're not allowed to change the rules. So from that perspective, how did life come to be via matter and energy alone? Now, try to solve the problem.